Good morning. My name is Holly with Holly's Joys, and I'm here today to tell you about my experience being raised by somebody who I would consider a narcissistic parent. And of course, I am an older person, so I think this is kind of a glimpse into how it affects or can affect your entire life. So I'm not trying to diagnose because my mother was not diagnosed as narcissistic that I am aware of. She did have mental health issues and she saw just a regular GP for that. But for the time and era that it was, she was born in 1924 and I didn't come along until she was 35. So they really just didn't have therapists around like they do now, and she was actually quite fearful. At the time, it was very common for people to go to a state institution, and often they used lobotomies to take care of any kind of mental illness that they thought was happening there. So she was very fearful of that. And her sister worked at the state hospital, so she would tell her things that were going on. So everything was kept really hush hush and down low. So I'm here today to just talk about my experience as an adult child of potentially narcissistic parent, probably at least narcissistic. Probably a lot more was going on there. But anyway, I was taught as a child that what I wanted really did not have any kind of bearing on my experience. That I was to keep peace in the family by appeasing my mom. I mean, really, what's that saying? If mom's happy, happy life, happy wife, kind of thing. That is literally how we lived. So I did have an older sister, and I know that she was abused as well. I remember very specific events about it. And she's just trying to be a normal teenager. And we were bullied into this being normal. Like, no one ever spoke about mom's mental illness. It was real hush hush. And the only reason I had an inkling that she was seeing the doctor for it was she took medications, and she was very vigilant about taking her medication. So years go on. My sister gets married pretty early in life. I'm there at the house by myself for many years, and because we're 5 years apart, it's a lifetime as kids, really. And then I went to college, then got married, and moved away. So years go by. My dad passes away, then 5 more years, then my mom passes away, and that's what I wanted to really get into today. Was how I felt after my mother passed away. I didn't. I can't say that I grieved. The the typical thought of the word, like, oh, I'm gonna miss you so much. You're gonna leave this immense hole in my life. I didn't have that. Um, I don't really know what it was that happened to me, but we of course had to deal with her property. She had a lot of tchotchkes. We did big yard sales, my sister and I, and so we dealt with the physical items. We never really talked about it. Was a really struggle. It was a struggling time. You know how people act a little weird around death and inheritance, and yeah, so it was a struggle for me, and I had no one really to talk to. And so anyway, we've dealt with all of her stuff. It's gone. Sold the house. It's gone. It's all gone. And I felt a little adrift, if I'm going to be honest. I'm like 38, 39 now, and I feel a little adrift about it. I feel like, okay, well, now I really have no home. It wasn't a home for me anyway, but now I really have no touch base. no place, I don't know, like holidays, and it's just odd what you think about at that time. So when I was a teenager, probably about 14, there was a movie on TV and I watched it, and it was called A Man Without a Country. And this man had done some kind of, I don't remember the details, he'd performed some kind of a treasonous act, and his punishment was to be set adrift on this boat, and he was never to get off the boat. Now people brought him things and they had people running the ship and whatnot. He was imprisoned on this boat. And I remember just being heartbroken for this man because he truly loved the country, the United States. And it was before it was like it is now. Like the states hadn't even become fully yet. But it was really just a heartbreaking story to watch this man just long for connection, long to find home. Like he just didn't have a home. And that's how I felt. I just didn't have a home. Where do I belong? And I mean, I attempted to make a home, but I'm so damaged that my home, I mean, I did the best I could, and I think I did okay considering. We did always have a home. We always had a roof over our head. We always provided. But there was a lot of mental struggle for me, a lot of emotional struggle, and not understanding how to connect to other people. And it was tough times. So after mom dies and we've dispensed with all of her personal property and the home and the whole thing, right? Then everybody goes back to their lives. And I start having nightmares. And this went on for, I would say, 2, 3, maybe even 4 years. It was a long time. Now it wasn't every day, but it was frequent. 2, 3, 4 times a week. It was frequent that I would have nightmares that I'd be walking through a cemetery at night, and I would hear somebody screaming to get out. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I'm alive. Let me out. And it was my mom, and I'm looking for her coffin, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm thinking, oh my God, she's alive. And my next thought is, oh my God, we sold her house and all of her stuff. And I don't know, maybe that's guilt. I really don't understand why that dream was so intense, and it was all the time. Like I just could not come to grips that she was really gone. And I don't know. I don't know, that that still gives me kind of heart palpitations. So anyway, I guess she really wasn't gone. She was still in my head. So my advice to you is go watch Jerry Wise's videos about narcissistic abuse in adults. And if you see yourself there, I would continue to watch his videos. They're really good. And I'm sharing my story for me to continue to process the things that happened to me, the things that were in my experience. And, I've never told anybody that story about those dreams. They were so intense. And if you've experienced anything like that, know you are not alone, and that you deserve to be free of narcissism, narcissistic abuse from whoever is doing it. That we do have value as people, as human beings. So, I mean, that's really why I'm doing this. I want to reach out. I want to connect. And I've gone through these experiences for a reason. So I'm gonna explore those videos as an option for maybe a potential reason that I went through it, that I can connect to other people, that I can find a way to walk through this and share how I've done that. Well, Jerry Wise is on my journey, and I just wanted you all to know that. Hey, would you go to my channel, which is Holly's Joys, and subscribe, share, thumbs me up, do all the things. And I also have videos on art things that I do, which is also very therapeutic for me, by the way. And I show my finished products on Facebook at Patio Pet. And if you would follow me there and just do all the things. Have a great day, and hopefully your nightmares are over and that you're just living your dream. So we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Know that I'm thinking about you. Bye.